Welcome, my name is Mark Lewis, professional fitness YouTuber, movie training montage connoisseur, and this is The Breaking Down. First up, Bloodsport.
Teach me. I can do it.
Right, so this is very typical. If a character finds themselves involved in a training montage, then early on they aren't going to be performing that well, but hopefully from there there'll be progression, there'll be improvement. If we go back a bit,
I can do it.
so we can see he is confident, which we want to be seeing, but not yet competent. So this was Jean-Claude Van Damme's first big film, and at this point, late 80s. The training montage, it's not a new concept to cinema audiences. We've seen Rocky running through the streets, we've seen Richard Gere doing press-ups in the mud. It's all been very physical though, so here they really did try and do something new. Jean-Claude here, almost in a classroom setting, showing that training is as much about knowledge as it is physicality. Here he's been shown a very good place to hit someone in the head. You've also got eyes and a mouth being highlighted there too. His instructor will then follow this up by showing him the actual place of a head. Okay, so it doesn't work. He misses the head. So they've now moved on to sticks. This is that sort of progression that we're looking for in a montage. It would have been nice to have him able to defend himself against no sticks before getting hit with sticks a lot. But the narrative behind this montage is that he's being prepared for a big fight. It's coming up soon. They've really got to crack on here and push the pace. Okay, so let's go back a bit here. I don't like this. This is showboating by the instructor. As the teacher, he is part of the montage, but he should not be the focus. And from a training perspective, this is very patronizing behavior. He's just saying, really, you suck so bad, I don't need my eyes. Again, ooh, I don't need legs. This is quite a toxic training environment, I would say. Stop that. Okay, A, disgusting use of an ornamental koi carp. If they release this now post Blackfish, they're getting cancelled overnight. B, JC never even gets to have a go, so from a training perspective, what's the point? Rocky never had to watch Mickey grapple with his own chicken before he got to chase one. This guy is all very much me. Okay, so this is good. We're very much back on track here. This is nice. Flexibility, range of motion. Doesn't get a lot of screen time really in most training montages. So it was great to see it here in this classic scene. I actually set this rig up in my garden when I was a kid. After watching this, I was about 14 when Bloodsport came out. I used my parents' fruit tree and a drain pipe on the side of the house. I actually got stuck in it for about 9 hours in the end. They said I'd never father children. I had 4 kids, so what did they know? Never ate another apple again though. Right, now this is interesting. Not every training montage will do this. This is very much foreshadowing a later event via the development of a particular skill. It looks like here JC has just been taken advantage of to serve his instructor and his instructor's lady friend dinner. Goldfish soup, I assume. But, oh, he's going to drink the cup of tea. No, he doesn't. Whoopah! Blocked him. So at this stage in the film, it seems a pointless thing to be practicing, but now he's done it. If anybody uses a sneaky chalk dust attack on him later on, rendering him blind, then JC is going to experience, he's going to experience anger, there's going to be some panic, but then ultimately calm, because he's been trained within that training montage environment. Here we go. Blocked. Boom. 7 out of 10, even though the trainer's a bit of a dick. Batman versus Superman. Nice, so we are bang up to date with some functional fitness, hitting a tyre with a hammer. Very modern style of training. Could also have gone with the old battle ropes, maybe some slam ball as well. Chin up, classic one. In fact, it's a weighted chin up, very, very nice. And they're keeping the training very appropriate to the individual here, building it around what we know about this character. It looks like Bruce Wayne has already got some sort of injury here, so he's focusing on really good form. He's not going with the CrossFit type of chin up. He doesn't want to be adding to his problems. Okay, sled push and rope pulls, they're very much my kind of workout. I do this a lot, but I do mine with the lights on. Where is he working out? I assume this is his private little space, and it seems to be leaking water everywhere. I'm very much a fan of making your home gym setup as appealing as possible. You don't want anything getting in the way of your motivation to go and work out. If it's 8:30 at night and your choice is jump in the home gym, get a little sweat on, or Netflix, watch some Stranger Things, you're going to go with those wacky little kids fighting monsters if it's raining in your pain cave. Don't drop your weights. Even if it's your own gym, not cool, does nothing to develop the character, pointless. Batman vs Superman, it started well, but then let down really by a poor quality environment. This motivates me to do nothing more than book a plumber. 3 out of 10. Creed.
Ready? I want you to shadow box. It's a nice room. Let's see you move around.
You serious?
Want me to do it for you?
No. That's
Yeah,
good. All right.
ready?
Come on.
Time. There you go.
I expected more from this. On paper, this should be good. It's got the progression in ability, it's got the motivational music, it's got the clear depiction of the passing of time. That is your montage threesome right there, or your montage à trois. But given its obvious Rocky heritage, it's bland, jogging, skipping, some bag work. It's not really doing anything that new.
What do you think?
Okay, so back up there. If you ever see chin-ups in a training montage and you don't see the character's feet, they're stood on a box out of view. Even chunky Ben Affleck got his feet off the deck. That is not good at all, Wallace.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, and now we're running. Oh, in the streets. I wonder where we got that idea from. It has been done to death in training montages. And also, no reflective clothing, running literally down the middle of the road, and this is clearly a busy neighborhood. You've got other people out there wanting to use a street, wanting to get past him. He's speeding up here. Let's pause that. I get it. I've got a little lane near me. It's very narrow, and if a car is behind you when you're running, it's hard to get out of their way. So often I'll run faster, get to the end of the lane, jump out of their way. But here, there's plenty of room, plenty of space. He could move over. He's really just painting joggers in a bad light. I mean, sure, now they are getting past him, but he's coming off looking silly. Now he's just embarrassing himself. 3 out of 10. And I'm upgrading Batman to 4 because he did his own chin-ups. Rocky 4. Do not need to review that. 10 out of 10. Conan the Barbarian. Okay, a superb training montage. I've always loved this. It also dispels 2 training myths in one go right at the start of the film. So these are children. They've been captured and they're now going to be slaves with the task of pushing this huge wheel. Now, a lot of the time, you'll hear people say that children, they shouldn't be exercising hard when they're very young. Oh, their bones and their ligaments, they're still developing. But these guys are absolutely fine. I'm not saying they are enjoying it as much as maybe playing football or whatever, karting. My kids loved to go karting when they were little. But these kids are resilient. Little Conan, his dad got eaten by hunting dogs, and then James Earl Jones cut his mother's head off. But he's cracking on with it. No one's whining about, oh, where's my PlayStation? Blisters. And it also shows that long, steady state cardio sessions will develop muscle over time. There are no gains being killed here. Conan pushes this thing for about 25 years. It wins the longest training montage award for sure. He's only going anti-clockwise, so he might have some minor imbalance in physique, and he's probably not turning right in a hurry, but he doesn't look too bad at the end of it. Overall, this is a cracking way to start a great film. If you're a coach, you work with children a lot, you could take a lot from this. Huge progression, great soundtrack, extensive passing of time. Only loses a couple of points for a lack of variety. 8 out of 10. Bleed for this.
I need you to start training me again. I'm serious.
I see that.
Look, I already started, Kev.
Started what?
With just the bar.
Vinny, no. What are you doing? This is insane. You looked in the mirror lately?
Okay, so training while injured, it's a very hot topic. Different schools of thought, different opinions. But I know my gym, if you show up for chest and triceps with bolts in your head, at the very least, there's going to be some sort of disclaimer they're going to want you to sign.
You see that thing on your head? Come on, you heard what the doctor said. You're risking your life here.
So this is a true story. The guy here had a car crash. He came back to fight and win again. That is incredible. But unfortunately, it makes for a very weak training montage, and arguably an irresponsible one as well. I rolled my ankle a while ago. I just had to take a few weeks off of Instagram. Nobody wants to see me limping onto the squat rack and being inspired to do the same. In fact, I'm going to refuse to give this a score just because it sets a very bad example. No retreat, no surrender.
There comes a time when you face the truth alone. The greatest challenge to believe.
Okay, do you not want to go to the gym right now? This is how you start a training montage. Motivational music, press ups. Let's go.
With the help from those.
Okay, pause that. You do see this use of homemade or self-modified equipment in training montages a lot, but here they've really upped the ante. He's got himself a massive great plank of wood there. He's roped it onto a basketball net. So it looks like he's done it all himself. Obviously, if someone turns up for some 3-on-3, it's going to be in the way, but it is a great demonstration of not needing fancy equipment. It's also worth noting, although it loses some points for realism, because he's never going to actually get himself down from there the way he's tied on, unlike the previous video, they have made absolutely sure that health and safety is being demonstrated. You might have young people, impressionable people watching this, wanting to copy these sort of violent, jerky movements they're seeing here. Yeah, being tethered on like that is safest.
And fight your battle, leaving your old inhibitions behind. Stand on your own. There's no retreat, there's no surrender.
This soundtrack is killing it, and I love this. This film has almost missed an opportunity to have some sort of construction montage preceding the training montage, showing how he put this stuff together from bed springs and scraps of wood, I think. If you get some arm hair caught in there, he's in a world of trouble, but it looks amazing.
No stopping you.
Okay, they're getting a little far now. It's getting dangerous. Those candles are going to fall over. You want your montage to look dramatic, but you've also got to maintain a degree of realism that considers the environment you're in. You know, put those candles to one side. Should also add, some films will actually speed up the playback of the action to make it look like the character is performing their training at a higher speed, at an increased intensity, really just making them look better than they are. This film didn't, but probably should have done. So this is not a film I know much about. I'm aware of its existence. I know it was a very, very early Jean-Claude Van Damme film. He's not even the star of it. But I'm not really sure of the plot. Let's look that up. So his dad gets beaten up and he gets trained by the ghost of Bruce Lee and therefore can defeat the baddies. Okay, this film is ridiculous, but it does have one of the best pieces of home gym equipment I've ever seen. Again, too many candles in his Pinata studio, but that aside, how did this setup not catch on? I might build one of those for myself. If you're a fire safety officer, it probably gives you the shivers, but as a training montage, it is right up there, 9 out of 10. G.I. Jane. So it's not really a training montage as such, because the entire film is basically training and Viggo Mortensen in tight shorts, but it does have this scene. With most training montages, there is no specific point of motivation beyond the natural progression of the movie's plot. So for example, in G.I. Jane, Demi Moore is training and motivated to do so to be a Navy SEAL because that's the plot of the film. But sometimes you need that extra oomph, that oh here we go moment. And this haircut is that. I cut my own hair with clippers, and every time I do so, I have to work out immediately afterwards because of this scene. Without going near a dumbbell, she is saying to the audience, I'm ready for whatever I need to do to get better. And in the current era of some women thinking that the right look to get likes and clicks on their workout selfies is to go with skin tight leggings and then film from behind when doing Romanian deadlifts, Demi here borrows her husband's die-hard vest. She puts on some baggy shorts and combat boots for one-arm press-ups. The movie doesn't qualify for a training montage score, but I doubt there is anybody out there who doesn't think that look nails it. I Am Legend. I cracked myself up. Feet off the deck, good, but those are the worst partial reps I have ever seen. Now in the context of the film, everybody else on earth is dead at this point, so there's no one to ridicule him. But as something to feature in a training montage, it is shocking. I'd rather see him stood on a box if he's going to do them like that. Pump your brakes. This was heading for a 3 out of 10 score, but as the only training montage to feature an animal that's not a goldfish actually working out, they've saved it at the last minute. Solid 5 out of 10. Hard to Kill. So I said that a training montage featuring somebody working out injured was not great, but that isn't to say that you can't use the training montage format to recover from an injury. And here Steven Seagal does just that. Following his family being slaughtered, his character has been in a coma for 7 years. During that time, he's been looked after by his nurse, a late 80s Kelly LeBrock. She's had to bathe him, dress him, tend to all his physical needs, while he's just been lying in bed. And now he's angry because he was unconscious for all of that. He can't lift weights, he can hardly run. That tree's getting the better of him. Many training montages would now take this in the direction of extensive working out to improve his physical abilities. But here they want to show a more spiritual aspect to his training. I don't know much about self-administered acupuncture, so I'm not sure how feasible it is that he's getting into his own back like that and then setting fire to it, but extra points for showing something new. 6 out of 10. Rocky 4. So we have to do this, if only to demonstrate the pinnacle of the format. First few seconds, why Drago? Where? Somewhere cold. How? In a leather jacket. Could you set up a montage any better? Say what you like about the Soviet Union, they knew how to power up cardiovascular equipment. Whoosh. Pause. What is that, and why does my treadmill not have it? No montage, before or since, has ever pitched two opposing characters against each other so perfectly. Or made jogging in a onesie so goddamn cool. Michael B. Jordan, Will Smith, that's how you do pull-ups. God, I want a white onesie. And then, just when you think they've created the best training montage possible, up rocks Adrian with an "oh here we go" moment in the middle of the montage. This film's confidence with the montage concept, its bravery to play with the format is just unsurpassed.
I'm with you no matter what.
You need a demonstration of how to put the audience into the environment. You do this. If you're working a speedball in a farmyard barn, you show it from between the farmer and his cow. Genius. Does anyone do tricep pushdowns and not imagine there's rocks going up in the air?
No pain. No pain.
Goosebumps. Remember JC's show-off instructor from Bloodsport, Mr. "Ooh, look what I can do." This is how you train somebody. I was a gym instructor in the late 80s, early 90s, and after seeing this, we would just walk around our gym. If we saw somebody on a machine, they looked like they were struggling, moaning, crying, groaning, we would just yell at them, "No pain." And people absolutely loved it. Most people loved, nearly everybody loved it. We got told to stop doing it in the end. There was a girl. She got a hair caught on the low pulley. She really was in pain. It doesn't get any better. He finishes up with a little hill work, but at the top, he's not checking his Garmin. He's not worrying about how good it's going to look on Strava. He's ready. That is how you do a training montage. And this was the breaking down.